Welcome back to Weirder After Dark, the podcast we get into all things New England weird. My name is Sean, and I'm here with my two co-hosts.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Cathy.
And we are finally dropping something that we were so excited about. Today is our first episode of Whispers After Dark, our listener tales series.
Whispers.
We have been asking you all for the last couple weeks to send us some of your weird experiences, creepy tales in New England, and you followed through. You did it. You got them to us. And today, we're going to be sharing them with you, but with a spin.
So, I'm going to read you 2 stories that are true from our listeners and one that is not. The challenge for Chris and Sean and you, our listeners, is to just see if you can decide which one is the fake story.
2 truths and a lie.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
All right, I'm up.
Yeah?
Yeah?
I think I can read into
Are you guys
this.
ready?
I think I'm ready to do this. I think I'm going to be good at this. I think
I'm
I can
feeling
suss
confident,
out
yeah.
some liars here today.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, this is going to be fun. This story is from Alex. So this was back in May of 2022, the 15th to be exact. I don't remember the exact time, but if I had to guess, it was around 10 p.m.-ish. Now, I was in the center of Stratford County, New Hampshire, more of the seacoast area to give you an idea of the location. I was visiting my grandfather. I had actually grown up in his house, so I've been around this neighborhood for many years. My grandfather doesn't walk the dog at night, but I hate the heat, even in May. So that's when I take her. On this particular night, I was walking the dog. I walked up the road, and it was on the way back to the house that I saw whatever it was that I saw. It was big, white in color, and sort of human-shaped. It was on the side of a tree, crawling down,
Ugh.
head first.
Oh, I don't like that.
God, I hope this is the fake story.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh.
Except it didn't really seem to have a face. It sort of had like 2 shadows where the eyes might be. Not like eyes, they were just black, empty holes.
Not getting any better.
No, it's not. No. And they were just like, there were shadows over them. The way the face was shaped, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how it's described. It didn't seem to have hair, and it was dead silent when I saw it.
Oh, do you know what that's making me think about? Do you know how like different types of aliens are like categorized, and they have those like little gray aliens that are like gray skin, no
Yes.
fur? I don't know. And going down the tree?
I'm not a fan of crawling down the tree.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Why is down creepier than up? Like it is though, right?
Well, going down but head first.
Yeah.
Like it kind of makes it like
Something unnatural about it.
Yeah, and like that horror movie where like the girl bends backwards and she like crawls on the ceiling.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
grosses me out every time. Like there's just something not human about it. I think that's
There really
the
is.
element that really gets us. We were all sort of frozen for a minute. Then the thing went very quickly around to the back of the tree. You know, like, have you ever seen a squirrel? How it like kind of scurries back to the tree and spooks? That's what it was like.
Also, it's super skinny too. If it's just like back of the tree gone.
Whatever it was, the dog saw it too, and the dog was spooked. Now, keep in mind that she was a 70-pound Akita. While she's scared of the usual things like thunder, I've never seen an animal or a person spook like this before. She didn't even bark. But I didn't exactly give her a lot of time to respond because I took off running, and she came following. I didn't know what
Good
to
job,
think at
Alex.
all.
Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, heard.
Yeah.
We all will do the same.
Agreed. So I was only 2 houses away from home, and though this is a fairly wooded area, a lot had been cleared out of the woods to build new homes. And it was in the person's front yard, not backyard, and not down into the woods.
Ooh.
I'm 38, and I've been in New Hampshire nearly all my life. I've been all over the woods, up the mountains. I'm a night owl, so I've been out at night plenty. And I've had a few spooky experiences, but never have I ever seen anything like that. The only thing that I can think is that maybe it was a black bear with an extreme case of mange.
It's not a bear.
I don't think it's a bear either. I don't know. This is creepy as fuck.
Yeah. Nope.
But I don't know if black bears go down trees like this one. I mean, do bears go down trees head first?
I mean, they go up
They
trees.
can,
They
but
go up. Well, if they go up
want
trees,
to.
they clearly come down.
I was gonna say they have to get down somewhere. They're like, yeah, I don't know how
I
though.
feel like they back down.
Yeah.
So also the shape of the figure was just not right. So I later, I am scrolling to the picture. I later saw online something called the Dover Demon from Massachusetts.
Oh yeah, we heard about that, right? Yeah.
And it looks a lot like what I saw, though still not quite exact. But the whole tree, grippling, crawling stuff matches up more. I don't know how convinced I am that any of these things necessarily exist, but I wouldn't flat out say nothing weird doesn't exist out there.
Skepticism. I like a healthy skepticism.
I'm a cryptid agnostic, I guess. Well, thank you, Alex. So,
Ooh. Chris, what do you think, man?
God, I hope that's a fake story.
Yeah.
I have a
I have a
picture.
feeling it's not.
I have a picture.
Okay, let's... Oh, my Lanza. What is that?
There's,
Ooh.
this is described as a hairless, whitish gray humanoid creature with facial features.
Oh, man. I don't think that's the Dover demon. He didn't take that photo, right?
No. I don't know. This is just a photo that I have.
I mean, if that's what we'll post that on the Instagram, but that is creepy as fuck. And if that's what you think you saw, Alex, hopefully you have a therapist and you're working through that, because that is scary.
Alex, don't go in the woods.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm kind of leaning with Chris. I hope it's fake, but the story writing sounded good. I don't have any red flags aside from just creepy as fuck.
It's terrifying. I gotta get that picture off my screen.
Gang, I don't know where you're at, gang, but I have to hear more to make a decision.
So we're gonna go to the next story
from
our listener, Erica. She writes, Dear gang, first off, I just want to say how much I love Weirder After Dark. You've turned my late night drives through the backwoods of Vermont into the perfect mix of creepy and fun. So when you asked your listeners for stories, I knew I had to share this one. It's something that happened to me about 5 years ago, and to this day, I'm not sure what I saw. It was late October, and I was visiting my parents in a tiny town called Warren, Massachusetts. If you've never been there, it's one of those places that feels like it's kind of frozen in time. Old houses, a general store that's been open forever, and woods so thick that they make the roads feel like they're tunnels. It's pretty during the day, but at night, let's just say it's not where you want to get stuck. There's something about going back to your parents' house as an adult that's both comforting and a little weird. Everything smells the same. The mix of old wood and whatever candles my mom is obsessed with. My childhood bedroom was still intact, though now it's more of a storage space of random stuff. But being back there always made me feel like a little kid again. And in a good way. You don't realize how much you miss the kind of nostalgia until you get back. I've been out at my friend's house for a few drinks, catching up, and I lost track of time. By the time I left, it was a little after midnight, and the drive back to my parents' house was about 20 minutes. Mostly winding roads through woods that barely was lit by the moonlight. I had my windows open a bit, and okay, this is a little embarrassing, but I was blasting Avril Lavigne. Yes, Avril Lavigne, look, I've been on a nostalgia kick, and it was keeping me awake, okay? Don't judge.
Hey, we love skater boys. I get it.
About halfway home, I passed a stretch of road called Devil's Elbow. This is a sharp curve.
Devil's Elbow?
That's what it says, Devil's Elbow. It is a sharp curve surrounded by tall pines, and the locals always joke that if you're going to see something strange, it'll be there. Ghosts, shadowy figures, glowing eyes. Everyone in Warren has a story about Devil's Elbow. I've always laughed at those stories. That night, though, I became one of them. This is creepy. As I rounded the curve, my headlights caught something crouched in the side of the road. At first, I thought it was a deer. It was about the same size, but it looked all wrong. Its legs were too long and skinny, bending at weird angles, and its skin was dark and rough like tree bark. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like
like
it.
tree bark?
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm laughing, because I'm awkward and scared.
It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It was long and flat with empty holes where the eyes should have been. Why? Why don't these creatures have eyes?
None of them have eyes.
Instead of eyes, there was a black sticky goo dripping down its face.
Oh, like blood or something? Oh.
Its mouth hung open way too wide, showing teeth like tiny needles.
No, Erica. No.
It's not okay.
Erica lived through this because she wrote us.
Yeah.
Okay, so she survived.
Still alive.
She's still alive.
Good. Find comfort in that.
Thank you for that.
Find comfort in that. It looked like it had been chewing something, but what I couldn't see. When my lights hit it, the thing froze. Its head turned toward me slowly like it was studying me. Then it made this low, gurgling sound like a mix between a growl and someone choking.
Oh.
The sound made my stomach turn. I couldn't move. I couldn't even breathe. It felt like my whole body was frozen. And for a second, I really thought I was going to die. Goddamn, Erica, I feel like I'm going to die just reading this story.
Yeah. No.
Then, all of a sudden, it darted across the road. And I mean darted. It moved so fast and on all four legs. Its legs were bending in ways that didn't make sense. And it disappeared into the trees.
Oh, have you ever seen that alien movie called Signal?
I don't like any of the alien movies because they're all creepy. I don't like it. Their
legs
joints
go
and
backward.
bend. Yeah.
It makes me
crawling
want to
on
vomit.
ceilings. I don't like it.
I
don't like any of it. So I sat there, gripping the steering wheel so hard my hands hurt. My mind was racing. Like, seriously, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? I finally forced myself to drive the rest of the way home, but I couldn't stop shaking. When I got to my parents' house, I locked every door and window. Something I'd never done before in our quiet little town. I didn't sleep that night. Every little noise made me jump. The next morning, I went back to where I had seen the creature.
No.
Don't do that.
Whatever it was, I needed to know if I had imagined it. The road looked normal enough in the daylight, but where I'd seen the creature, the trees looked strange. The bark was cracked and blackened, and the leaves on the ground were almost burnt looking.
Ooh.
Oh, gross.
Burnt looking. What could
okay.
cause that?
Portal.
An evil creature from hell. Since then, I've tried to make sense of it. Was it some kind of sick animal, a trick of the light? I've even wondered if I was hallucinating from being tired or something. I mean, I had drank that night, but deep down, I know I wasn't. I know it was real, and whatever it wasn't natural. Anyways, that's my story. Thanks for letting me share it with the gang, and keep up the amazing work on the podcast. You make all of us weirdos feel like we're part of something special. Aww.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then she signed it Stay Spooky, Erica. Aww.
I'm glad you lived. I'm glad we got this. That's
I'm
so
glad
cute.
you survived.
I didn't like the idea, like when she said the creature like stopped, froze. I got that like frozen deer look,
Yeah.
but then
Yes.
it studied her.
Yeah, it was like looking.
That's
Ugh.
different than a deer.
I don't understand why none of these creatures have eyes. Like,
Yes.
why are they all missing their eyes? Why are they all just like shadowy, like holes in their head?
Yeah, nightmare fuel.
And then it was like creeping, like gooey stuff down its face.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like.
She was giving a lot of detail.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is the fake story. But that's how you could see a deer when it freezes in the headlights and it just stands there and stares at you. You could get that kind of detail. So now I'm not sure.
I was also thinking too, because like we're trying to suss this out, right? What's fake? And I was kind of leaning towards fake as well, but it said
Literally,
fucker,
what the fuck? What the fuck was that?
which is totally right. What the fuck?
Yeah.
that is real. Like I don't know though, but it could have been a good writer who wrote it. If it is fake, I don't know. There was a lot more detail on that one.
Yeah, either way, Eric's a great writer.
And thank you for letting us. All right. We got one more, right?
Okay, yes, one more. So this one is from a listener. Her name is Bella, and she shared a story about the restaurant named the Wyndham House. She claims that when her dad owned the establishment, it was called the Riviera, and she and others who had worked there had many experiences with the spirits that still roamed the rooms. The experiences claimed were mostly things being moved. They would come into the restaurant and all the chairs would be facing one corner of the room, and then another time all the windows were open to the exact same level, but the security system they had in place didn't trip when this happened.
Ooh.
So the first floor was the bar and a small dining room area of the restaurant. The second floor has more dining rooms, and it's claimed that this floor has medium level activity. Then there's the top floor. There's 4 rooms connected in a central hallway, which she says is used for storage, office space, but this is where she says her craziest experience happened. Up in one of these rooms was her dad's office, and he had a big giant table where he had his computer and stacks of papers and invoices. The table was this huge thing that needed multiple people to move it because it was so heavy. And in order to move it, you need to take the legs off and flip it to its side and carry it through the doorway.
It's a big table.
Very big, right? Sounds huge. One day, her dad had her run up to put some invoices on the desk. And when she went into the room where the desk was, it just wasn't there.
No.
She looked across the hall, and the table was in a completely different room, but still covered with all the papers and with the invoice on top, all plugged in.
Wait a minute. No,
They moved it.
yeah.
So she says she ran down and she was like, "Did you move your office?" Dad said nope. Next day, they went in and the table was back in the original room.
What?
That's creepy
We got
as
some
fuck.
like powerlifting ghost? What the hell?
So she says that basically they were so used to having things being moved that when she talked to her dad, he wasn't alarmed by this.
I'm sorry, what?
He was surprised, but like he knew that things would just get moved back.
I'm sorry. I
All right, that's
appreciate
just
you.
scary.
Yeah, I appreciate you setting the tell. Your dad's probably a wonderful human being, but what?
I would have been freaked the fuck out. Like terrifying, right? Like
Oh, the ghost moved my office again. Damn it.
and everything's plugged in and everything's there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What pranksters? I dig it.
I like this ghost.
So Bella also claims to have witnessed an apparition who is called Jacob. Jacob is a middle-aged man who is dressed in a suit, top hat with a beard. Bella describes him as literally looking like Abraham Lincoln. The one time she saw Jacob, he ran across the doorway to the second floor, and other people had corroborated this when the paranormal team went to investigate. They were told of a woman in white along with children or a child who lived there and had passed away in the home. It is believed that this is who is doing all these prank-like activities.
Okay.
The theory seems to be that whoever remains is not only playful with pranks, but has shown signs of kindness. Bella witnessed a waitress going up a flight of stairs carrying a tray of food to the second floor, and the waitress felt herself begin to fall backwards. But then she felt a hand on her lower back, helping her to steady herself and get her balance back. Bella witnessed this from the bottom of the stairs. She felt as though she was being watched all the time. And this can definitely make someone feel uneasy. I feel like that would creep me the fuck out.
But also, that's such a nice ghost.
Nice,
like, oh, don't
yeah.
fall down those stairs. I got you,
Be
babe.
careful. I got you. Don't drop that.
So
How come
nice.
in all the horror movies it's the other way around? They're pushing them down the stairs.
Oh, I don't know. This is like
It's not a
Casper.
bad energy, right?
Yeah.
Well, then one day she was doing something in the hallway where the door to the third floor was, and she was walking up the stairs. She was nervous, hoping that nothing would happen. And she was thinking, please, Jacob, leave me the fuck alone. Don't bother me. And then suddenly she heard a bunch of loud knocking coming from inside the door. Mm-hmm. She was convinced it was Jacob. And as soon as the knocking happened, she hauled ass out of there. She was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yep. So during this time, Bella says that she was a young teen who was skeptical and mostly tried to stay on the first floor to minimize her contact. I honestly can't say I blame her, right? Like, what the hell? It is claimed that the spirit of Jacob died of a heart attack and had fallen down the stairs. Now, this would go in line with the story that Bella says that she sees him stopping a waitress from falling down the stairs.
Aww.
Perhaps he didn't want her to have the same fate as him.
Oh, that's actually cute.
Yeah, so, yeah.
All right. We've got
Wow.
2 cryptids and a ghost story.
Mm-hmm.
The desk going from one room to the other.
That seems
and
like it can't
back,
be true.
That part kind of throws me off. That seems a little bit too much. That's a tough one. But I would guess that's a fake story.
Yeah, honestly, I was going towards Erica's story, but now that we have this one from Bella, I don't know. Ghosts are so intriguing. But table,
A table.
like and what sounds like a multiple 100-pound table, just like being moved by
With
ghosts.
all the papers and everything plugged in on it.
Yeah, like
in
how
the
neat.
separate room. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Not only did they move the table, the ghost took the time to be like, let's get the papers nice and stacked, all pretty up there. Like,
I knew how to turn the computer back on.
yeah, but I don't know. Both of those cryptids, I don't want either of those to be real either.
No, yeah.
So-
Neither of those should ever exist in real life.
yeah.
Alex's story he sounded freaked out in the story.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to believe it. That's why I'm leaning towards his being true.
Yeah, and his wasn't as detailed as the other two.
Yeah.
Like, that just sounds like I'm drinking beers with my buddy at the bar and he's telling me a quick story of what he experienced. That's what that felt like. That felt authentic.
Yeah.
The other two, not saying they're not authentic. I don't. The ghost got me. I think I'm with you, Chris. I think the ghost moving the table, that's just too obscure for me.
I don't know. Women might tell stories in more detail and guys are more facts.
Ooh, okay. All right. Still going with the ghost.
Still going with the ghost.
Go.
Me too. I'm going to Ghost.
All right. Kathy? Kathy?
Are we
We're
ready for
right.
the big
This is
reveal?
the big reveal.
All right.
So it is a toss-up between Erica, Alex, or Bella.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
Bella
Bella.
is real.
Ooh.
The ghost
all
is
right,
real.
we were both wrong.
That is a real listener
What?
who reached out to us, and she claims that all happened. And the restaurant is still located in Windham, New Hampshire. And as a surprise, I have dinner reservations for us to go, and maybe we can conjure Jacob while we're there
That's
having
so
dinner.
cool. That's so cool. I'm so excited. I'm actually shaking a little bit. The ghost moved the table.
That is what she says, yeah.
Bella.
And I did reach out to her through messaging, and I asked her, I was like, when you went upstairs and you saw the desk moved, did you go down? Like, what did your dad say? Like,
Yeah.
And she did. She said her dad was surprised, but they were so used to the ghost moving things that they really weren't scared. They weren't suspicious. They knew that when time came, everything would be back where it needed to be. And sure enough, the next morning, everything was back where it was supposed to be.
That is crazy.
That is a nutty story. I am a little nervous for dinner now. Like, what?
We're going there tonight?
We're going there
Yeah.
tonight. I have
Oh,
reservations
man.
for us tonight at 8 o'clock.
Damn.
Surprise.
Well, Bella, you're real. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for
Bella
that
is
story.
real.
Very nice.
Wow. Okay, so now
So
it's
that leaves
between
2.
Yeah.
You know what? The ones that we were both convinced is
Yeah.
100% true is probably going to be
so
false.
it's Erica and Alex.
Yep.
So Erica and Alex. So now remember, Erica had this creature, gooey stuff coming
the
dripping off
devil's
its
elbow,
face.
yep.
Devil's
Alex
elbow.
had this white spooky feature crawling head down,
Yeah.
or head first down this tree. You
Ma-
both thought these were real. One of them is fake.
Alex isn't gonna let me down. My boy, it's real.
Come on, Alex.
Alex is real.
Okay, let's go.
Alex is real. So we're really excited that Alex's story
No,
is real.
you're right.
Anything white, creepy fucking figure
You're
crawling
just excited I was
headfirst
right.
down the tree.
You're right.
Terrifying.
Our excitement for being correct outweighed this head down the tree creature, whatever that is, gray, no eyes. So the no eyes thing is real.
That's literally one
no
county
eyes is
over.
real.
Yeah. Please stay there, Alex.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's Alex is real. That means
Erica is fake.
Fuck.
Yeah, Erica is
She
fake.
got me with the profanities.
It's always, I mean, swearing always. It gives you a connection.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey. Good news.
Mm-hmm.
Only one of the cryptids are real. So only one of them is real.
Yes.
But it's still terrifying.
Yeah.
Why couldn't it be the cryptid that's further away from where we live?
Yeah,
That was
I
real,
know.
damn it.
I know.
We have to get the one 2 towns over.
I think out of the two of them, I would prefer Erica's to be fake. I mean, because it's just that gooey
The goo
stuff,
got you.
like coming out and like the gurgling sounds, and
Ooh, you know what? That could have been a good tell. She's driving the car.
she was
How
in
could
her
she smell
car.
it?
How could she smell it, or how could she really hear? And she had the radio on.
She said she had her windows down.
She had the windows down,
Yeah.
but she also was listening to Avril Lavigne. I
Yeah.
mean, who doesn't listen to Avril Lavigne cranked all the way up?
Yeah. He was a
Fair.
skater boy. Yeah. Damn. This is fun.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
a lot
this
of
is
fun.
good. I enjoyed this. I
Yeah,
didn't know
me
how I was
too.
just going to
Yep.
go, but
I enjoyed
yeah,
it.
fun.
I think this was good.
Yeah, me too. Gang, let us know. Hit us up on Instagram. We'll go ahead and drop a post. Let us know what you thought. Which story did you think was the fake one? Did you suss it out? Did you get your 2 truths and a lie correct? Or did you get bamboozled like Chris and I here? But yeah, this is good. I think we're going to try to continue doing this moving forward. We'll probably try to do it at least once a month, but we can only do this once a month if you share your stories with us. So I'm going to use this as a moment to plug. Reach out to us and send us an email, and you can send an email to thegang@weirderafterdark.com and share your creepy, weird, ghostly, alien, cryptid story that you have had in New England. Share it with us, and you can be a part of our next Whispers After Dark show. So with that, this has been killer. This has been so much
This
fun.
has been fun.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, I enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
Let's do some more.
We'll do it some more.
Yeah.
And as always, it gets a little weirder after dark.
Bye.
Thank you guys.